right, people, we are in the van. I got my stealing shoes on because we are about to go take my buddy's bike. It's been sitting in his garage for too long and it needs to be liberated. Here's the place. You see, the mistake a lot of people make is they put the balaclava on first. Nothing is more suspicious than some guy working on a plain white van with the balaclava on. Right now, I'm just a guy here who's getting ready to load some stuff up into a truck. All right, everything looks good in there. Now it's time to put the balaclava on. No one will know who I am. It's definitely not a Honda logo. Let's do this. You wonder why I'm liberating it. It doesn't have a key in it. It's freaking messy. Got it. There we go. How am I even gonna get this out of here? I'm manifesting. Quiet. Urgh. There we go. Nobody sees me. Nobody sees me. Nobody sees me. Well, I'd say that went off without a hitch. I'm gonna get back to the shop. Oh shit, there we go.
What the heck, man?
One extremely successful heist later, I find myself the proud new owner of an SV1000 right here. This thing's actually super cool. It's the big brother of the SV650, although with a motor that's got balls. And the reason I've liberated this motorcycle right here is because I've decided I'm gonna throw some mods on it for my buddies, so let's dive in. So as you can see, there's the dashboard on the SV1000, and it is very mid-2000s. Like, I like the big sweeping needle and stuff, but honestly, it doesn't look all that great. But we're gonna slap a new dashboard on this because my buddy's always wanted CarPlay on his bike so that he doesn't have to have his phone on the handlebars.
Specifically, we're installing one of these N3 aftermarket dashboards from Innov. These dashes are a great way to add some extra functionality to an older motorcycle. Not only does it have CarPlay built in, but it's got front and rearward facing dash cams, a GPS speed sensor, and it's got a quick release so they can move the screen from bike to bike all in one box.
And then of course we got instructions, which I'm probably not gonna read. Now I do have to point out that Innov sent me this dashboard so that I could show it to you guys, which means that you can consider this a sponsored video, although I'm gonna be just as honest about this thing as I am with everything else. There is a link down in the description below where you can check this out for yourself. They also sent me an extra one of these, which means that I've got two, and I've decided to take this spare one and give it to one of you. The first person who signs up on Patreon at any tier today is gonna get this sent directly to their door. That link is down in the description below, and you will be directly supporting me, helping me make more cool content. Now with that said, it's time to figure out a good way to get this dashboard on the SV1000's handlebars.
I was able to get clever and use a spare bolt I had lying around to mount the ball joint directly to the handlebar clamp. All I had to do was drill out the hole a little, which was nice and easy because it's soft aluminum.
You know, it's always interesting going over somebody's mistakes on a motorcycle now that this thing is mine. My buddy barely had his handlebar held on there. Dude, these bolts were way too loose.
Then you just need to mount the dashboard up using the little ram arm they provide and find a spot you like.
You know, I'd actually call getting the dashboard on the handlebars the hard part. The rest of it is super simple. It requires one wire tap and a little bit of plug and play. So let's dive into running the wires.
Running the power wire is the second toughest part. The battery terminals are easy, but the yellow wire is what turns the dashboard on and off with the key, so you need to identify an ignition-based circuit. Brake running lights work really well, and so does the license plate light, but this will work with any 12-volt circuit that turns on with the key. All you need to do is make sure you're running it on the power wire. Posi taps are my go-to for no-cut wire taps.
And just like that, it's on. Next thing that I like about these is they have this little GPS unit right here. So it can actually read your actual legitimate ground speed, which is really cool if your dash is off. Got to figure out where I'm gonna put this on the bike.
A quick side note, if you're doing this on your own bike, don't put the GPS unit under your gas tank. Plastics are fine, but I've had bad luck under a metal tank. In this case, I went under the rear seat cowl since it's all plastic back there. Then all you have to do is run the wires for the GPS and the cameras.
So that's front only. You get a nice shot of the piggies, and that's the rear wheel. Cool.
Lastly, you just got to stick the cameras on the bike. They do extend out about 1 3/4 inches, so you need to make sure you're not in the way of your tires or your fenders. I learned that one the hard way.
These camera mounts are super nice because they're floppy and bendy, which means they can adhere and mold to whatever shape you want them to. Then once you get it on there, you just kind of turn the camera. It's hard to do with one hand. It's a little too far. There. Perfect.
A few moments later.
So I took it out for a test ride. Everything's working, but look at this. The friggin' brake is just a disaster area. Come on, dude. Didn't you know somebody was gonna steal it? I gotta fix these stupid brakes again. This is like the 5th or 6th time I've worked on this bike's brakes.
2 hours later.
All right, so we are officially out, and I figured it would be fun to show you the actual process of setting this up. Now, the reason why I figured I'd show you this is to see how fast it goes, because you remember that planet crematoria from Chronicles of Riddick? So I'm currently burning alive. So we're gonna see how fast it takes to get ready to rock and roll. So we're gonna switch it over to Android Auto, and then we're gonna connect to Bluetooth. There it is, the N3. Pair. There it goes. All it needed to do was restart. So there you go. It's ready to rock and roll. As we're riding along, the reason why CarPlay is handy is because it's like, the best way I can describe it is like those phones for seniors where the buttons are really big. It's the same deal. So like if you wanted to futz around with your music, it's a lot easier on a screen like this than it is on your phone here on the handlebars. Man, this SV has such great torque too. Oh, I love this bike. It's not a very fast motorcycle, but it is a great street bike. And I think that's probably another reason why my buddy just kind of wants to have a dashboard like this. It's a street bike. It's how he's getting around. If he's commuting, a lot of times he's commuting on the SV. So just being able to turn this on, have everything ready to rock and roll is nice. I did want to pull over real quick and just go over some of the stuff that I think Innov could improve on here. So first and foremost, I actually kind of like having this RAM mount thing. It makes it super easy to adjust it while you're riding. Problem is, this thing is super tall. Just take a look-see at how much stuff is there. I'd say that's a good solid 3.5 inches that it sticks off the handlebars. If there was a way to shrink this down so that it sits a little bit closer with the handlebar clamps, I think that would be really nice. Another thing, I wish that this button to switch modes, A, I wish it was over here, and B, I wish that there were some quick buttons here, like there was just a home button that brings you directly back to this screen, so you can go CarPlay, and then once that starts up, you can press a button to go back to the home screen rather than doing this. But now it's officially time to get this thing back to its owner so he doesn't call the police, and we'll see what he thinks. And I suppose I'll go fill his gas tank too. Freaking bastard giving me a bike with no gas in it. Again, didn't he know I was gonna steal it?
Am I on?
Yeah.
Am I on? Am I live? Hello. Hi. Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Me llamo yo.
If you guys want to see somebody who does not fit on their motorcycle, you should check this out.
Hey, they work.
All right, officially time to give the bike back.
I brought my enforcer. Actually, I should bring that in. That needs to be here. I wanted my bike back.
So, yeah, man, what do you think of the new dashboard?
To be honest with you, I'm like really impressed. Like obviously our current mounting situation isn't like perfect, but that's also just because it's a universal one. But there is nothing that's gonna make me happier than not having to put my phone on the dashboard every time, watch it overheat and cook itself and lose its battery. So I've been looking at these, and this is actually a really nice package. So this has got CarPlay and Android Auto, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it does both. Yeah,
I have added CarPlay to every single one of my vehicles. I got like a little $100 one in my cheap beater, and I've got a nicer like Linux-based one in there. And it's kind of one of those things that once you get used to it, I don't think you can really ride without it.
Yeah.
And this one this is detachable, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's a little button there and it comes right off.
That's pretty sick. But then it has cameras, right?
Yeah, so you're gonna go right here to the camera button and you've got
what
front,
the heck?
or that's rear. You've got both and then front. So you may want to adjust them a little bit.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about this, because you've got these little lane splitters,
Yeah.
is I find I get a better view out back with that just right there.
Oh, for sure. Well, I mean, it's also like the piece of it can be recording, right? It has an SD card slot.
It has an SD card slot, no SD card in it. So
Yeah, well, I can get one of those.
I'm not going to donate one.
You're not? Ah, damn, I thought this was a charity, man.
I already donated a fancy Brembo lever
That's because you like me enough that you don't want me to
Bonamici on
die. This is actually really sick, and I'm really excited because I think that especially me owning such a much older bike, to have something that has CarPlay makes it feel modern enough.
Yeah.
It's all I need. I have a gas light, a oh shit your engine's blown up oil light.
Which you are very familiar with.
No, I have never had the oil light come on.
Even when your last motor blew up?
No, that just stopped.
Well guys, if you wanted to check that out for yourself, there is a link down in the description below. You can get 10% off by using the code SPITE10. I am also giving away one of those. First person who signs up over on Patreon at any of the tiers, you're gonna be able to get one of these sent directly to your door from me. So catch you guys in the next one. See you later.